We look for the most important information within the story so that we can solve and find our answer. Dominic has saved money already for camp, and it says he has already saved 85% of the 380 that he needs for camp. Those two pieces of data are important for our line diagram. So I draw from 0 to 100%. The total, $380 for camp, belongs above the 100%. 85% is what he already saved. So I'm going to make a scoopy way out here beyond 50%, close beyond 75%. That represents 85% of the money that he has already saved for camp. Above it, I have a scoopy with X, and X is representing the value that is 85% of the money. The other piece of the line here is 15%. 85% plus 15% is 100%. That's how I know that would be 15. And 15% of the money is what he still needs to save. This amount more is what he needs. And that's going to represent Y, the value here, the money he needs to save. That's a ratio, those two values together. So with that diagram, I can now start to solve with an equation. First, I'm going to use this 85% as the multiplier. So on this side, we're going to look at the work. 85% of 380 would be the amount of money that he already saved. I use the multiplier for 85%, which is 0.85, times 380 equals X. So $323 is the value. That's the money he already saved. And that's not really what the question's asking for. The question's asking, how much more money does Dominic need to save for camp? So I'm going to subtract from the total, 380 minus 323, and that gives me $57 that is left, and that's what's needed to be saved. The other multiplier in this story is 15%. And if you remember, we labeled that as that's the money left to save for camp. So 15% would be a direct multiplier to get to Y. We wouldn't have to do the subtracting away X to get Y. We could use this multiplier and get directly to it. So 15% of 380, 0.15 is the multiplier, times 380 is $57. Notice it gave us exactly the same value as we got here once we had found the money he already saved and subtracted it from the total cost of camp. Either way, we get the same final answer. $57 is what Dominic still needs to save to pay for basketball camp. Two different multipliers. One just gets you there quicker than the other.